Good morning, Brittany, the home inspector. How's everything going today?
Good.
So tell us something about this house.
It's, I believe, built in 2017, so
Yep.
it's fairly new.
Anything you're worried about?
No, just checking that everything
Yep.
is working in the kitchen and stuff like that.
Sweet. Okay, we're gonna follow you around.
Okay.
Getting pretty close to switch to that new software.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks better.
Yeah, I saw it before. I was like, it looks nice, so.
Well, the other thing is that it's very easy for realtors to go in there and put in the amount of money that they want to ask for each repair, which is really good because it's really good because a lot of times people think, oh, the amount that you have to ask for repairs has to be like a certain amount based upon to replace the whole unit or, and a lot of times people don't want the full amount for repairs. They just want an amount to go towards the AC or amount to go towards drywall or paint or something of that nature. So it's really good.
So they got out of doing a rail by doing steps, then like a stoop and then a step. And then...
I don't know. There's a lot of places where there's steps and they don't use rails, and it's more of a cultural thing. Like I haven't seen any rails in this neighborhood. Maybe that is.
Well, I know it's like you don't need. It's like you're supposed to have 4 steps, and with 4 steps or more, you need
a rail.
Handrail. But the thing is, you get away because a landing breaks up your steps.
Ah,
so it doesn't count.
So that's technically a landing, so you don't need a handrail.
Like the width difference.
Wow, smart lady. Wow, you're always catching stuff. We got our security camera up there. I love it when people are like talking about stuff like, hey, you know, there's a security camera right there, and people could be sitting at work watching everything you do. Do you see anything on the roof?
Not really.
No.
There's nothing. Pretty sure this house is from like 2017, so I didn't think there was gonna be much. So.
Yeah, garage door looks good, stucco looks good. Sometimes there's broken screens, damaged screens. Drainage on the outside looks good. Got your panel over there. It's nice that the house is above the street level, so they can see the drainage away from the house looks good. Main electrical panel over here. So we'll be coming around at some point to open up that panel. Might put a note about trimming back the bushes so it's easier to access. Gas meters back there. Eaves look good up here. Windows. I don't see any broken windows. I don't see any broken screens, no missing screens. Gutters look good up here. Downspouts look good. We got Brittany, our professional home inspector, highly trained IGO's Academy. Now she's in her OTJ training, on the job training. Hey, let me know when you get the reading for the heater and then I'll turn on the AC. Typically walk around, check the doorbell, garage. Garage looks good. Gutters look good. Sometimes it's good just to stand here for a while and just look around. Oh, another camera. Let's wait for the camera. Hi, Mom. Occasionally we'll see some rodent entry on newer houses because of trees touching the side of the house, but I don't see anything yet. Again, it's good. It's the lower elevation down here, higher elevation of the house, so it looks like the drainage is really good away from the house. Sewer line. It's the main sewers disconnect. Looks like this is for the water safety system, sprinkler system, fire suppression system. That's interesting. It actually shows some pressure there. Again, we're looking at the eaves up here. Eaves look good. It's the conduit line over the window. Looks like that's the direct fan out for the water heater. Gate latches pretty well. Probably a good idea to figure out where the drain is here. There's probably a drain here somewhere in the ground. Keep that clear for the water. Condenser unit. It's covered. That looks kind of sweet. This is the gas. Oh, the gas looks really good. Gas line looks good. Goes into a pipe. That's a really good job. They did a professional job on that for the gas. BBQ system. Typically we don't test that. It's not part of the standards of practice. Exterior looks good. Eaves look good. Stucco's good. Yes, they did a really good job back here in terms of drainage. This concrete comes all the way out here. That definitely helps with drainage. This helps with drainage here. There might be a little ponding back by this retaining wall when it rains a lot. Some staining. Slopes back from the house, which looks good. Windows are good. More security cameras. Hi, Mom. Looks good. Oop, some dog poop. There's one house I went to and the house was in really good shape, a couple of cosmetic items, and the only thing the buyer wanted me to note was lots of dog poop in the backyard. We want them to remove the dog poop. So see this this tree that's close to the house here, that's where mice, they climb up the tree and they jump off the tree onto the roof, and then they will get into the attic inside the house. So that's definitely something that's better to trim away from the house. It'd be interesting to see if you can get that panel open, Brittany. Oh, you got it. Nice. I definitely would put a note in there about trimming away the branches from the panel.
Yeah, I did too.
I used to carry around a bunch of shears and pruning stuff because there were so many houses I went to that were like overgrown. I had to just cut it back to get in there.
Oh, wow.
That was because of a lot of abandoned houses. It was really crazy. It was a few years ago. There's a lot of foreclosures. So then, fence looks solid. Fence looks good. Got the buyer and the buyer's realtor doing the same thing. Hey guys.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
So, introducing what you can see that non-single chair right there? Yes. Okay. So,
Do you know there's a dog in the garage?
yes, there is.
Is he in the
Is he in the garage or in the closet?
in the kennel?
Maybe is he in? He's in the. He's probably in. Oh, maybe he's in Harry Potter closet.
Oh, okay, the Harry Potter closet. My home office. Where's your home office? Well, it's under the stairs. So, well, this is a nice on-demand water heater. Nice. Maybe put some note that we can't see everything in here. It's good in here. No stains on the roof. Looks like it was just primered. That's the sprinkler fire suppression system. You don't want to hit that because then the water gets turned on. It's probably a good idea to make sure the garage door isn't locked. If this is locked like this, and then you try to open the garage door, you can break the spring or damage the garage door opener. So you definitely want to make sure it's open and unlocked before you test it. I'm going to be opening this for Brittany. Let's go take a look at that water heater. Water heater is operational. It's in the 120 degrees, so you can turn it hotter and colder. There's actually a way that you can open this up on some models and turn the temperature up higher, but you have to be really careful for scalding, especially for young children or older people with thinner skin. Drip leg looks good. This is the drip leg for the gas line. Typically it keeps moisture, debris out of the gas system, out of the water heater system, helps it last longer. TPR valve. It looks good. I'd probably just note in this garage that looks to be in good shape, but we can't see behind. Can't really inspect what we don't see. So again, I just usually inspect everything, and then once I think I've found everything, I usually kind of stand somewhere. Trick to auto reverse. I stand somewhere for a few minutes just to see what I didn't pick up the first time. Sometimes it's easy to miss stuff just walking by. But this looks to be like a pretty solid build. I would not be worried about too much on this property if I was buying it personally. Run the heater and AC well. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Shut the garage door and let's do a walk around to the interior a little bit. So I can tell definitely that the heaters come on. And once Brittany gets back in here, I think she'll get a reading of the heating system, and then we will crank on the AC system. Let's walk around and see what it looks like on the inside. I'm doing my walk around and video too. That's the attic access. Got the combination smoke detector, carbon monoxide detector. Usually we start with the upstairs. After the garage, do the attic. Turn on the lights for Brittany. She's going to be coming in here. So this definitely is in good condition. That's the sprinkler system for the fire suppression system. And there's supposed to be that gap between the plate and the drywall. You definitely do not want to drywall it. Fan came on, that's good. Sometimes I found there's a little bit of patching done around sprinklers that are in the ceiling, fire suppression systems in the ceiling, which is normal. Looks good. Definitely be running all these faucets and everything once we get in here. Set to cool. Set this to heat. Crank the heck out of that. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Yep, that is good. So everything here looks good. Turn the lights on for Brittany so she can see in here well. Looks good. House is in good shape. Minor wear and tear on items. I'm gonna go back downstairs and make sure the heater's on. Get that reading, and then we'll crank the heck out of the AC. Best way to check the AC is run it after you've had the heater on for 30 minutes. Go to the front. So logical order of inspection, just checking each room. Exterior, roof, attic, garage, heating AC. Dog in the cage. Nothing sadder than one time I went to a house and I heard this noise upstairs, and there was a dog in a cage in front of the television, and the owners had put on the doggy channel, and it was just hours and hours of watching dogs in fields run around. And I was like, you're kidding me, right? You put your dog in a cage and put him in front of the TV of a free dog. And I'm like, there's just something wrong with this world. There's just something wrong with this world. Oh my gosh. Wow, beautiful flooring. This is good stuff. It's tile, I think, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, this is beautiful stuff. People don't realize if you get flooring in, put the most expensive you can afford.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you just walk into the house and your first feeling in your feet is like, wow, it's so beautiful. It's because of the flooring. All right, let's go see what Brittany's doing. All right. It's definitely in good shape. The house has been well taken care of by the owners. How's everything going? I've got the furnace on. Furnace is good.
I have a question. What is this?
So that is showing that there's water pressure to the water.
So that is the water pressure?
That is the water pressure for, if you come inside, for the fire suppression system.
So it's different than their normal water pressure?
Fire suppression system, which is up here, that one there. Usually it's pretty same. You could check it with your
Yeah, I got it.
pressure test. Did you get the same reading?
I got 40 on mine, and then this one is probably 40. So it's probably the same.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So this is your regular water shut off, and this is for your sprinklers?
It's part of the test system. Like this valve here, this pipe is open on the bottom. So what happens is, if you were to open that, water would come out, and that's how you would drain the system.
Oh, so that's for draining it, not
It's for draining it, but then also if you want to test the system, there's a switch in there, and they'll test it also. I'm not sure how you would test this system because this is, where's the switch at? It looks like this is the switch here. I'm not sure though. They have this dome, water main shut off. It looks like there's a some kind of electric system to shut off the water main in case of an emergency. So that might be like a new, something they put in for some reason. I don't see those very much. But basically there's a switch inside the pipe.
Yeah.
So when water flows by the switch, it flips the switch, and that's what makes the bell go off on the outside. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
For the fire sprinkler system, to let people know that it's going off, or sometimes to alert your alarm system. If you see that, once you get past that, if you see the gas line,
Yeah.
the gas line that they did for the barbecue system in the back is really good. See how there's that gas line going down into that pipe and then it goes out? So they did a really good job with that.
Is there a section for that here? Did you see that?
For the barbecue? No.
Should just leave it out there.
Yeah, it's not typically part of the standards of practice for NACHI. Sometimes we'll put it in there and operate it and take a picture of it and just say it operates. If we see some major issue with the gas pipe, then I would take a picture of it. We could add that later.
Is this just so leaves and stuff doesn't
I think
fall
so.
over?
It doesn't look like it's blocking anything. Yeah, you can. I just jumped over the fence there to get in the back. Watch out for the doggy poops around. Yeah, it's kind of. I never could get the gate open. I had to just. Yeah, I just had to step over. Let me hold this. You got it.
So is it technically a retaining wall even if there's nothing on the other side? It's just a wall, or is it?
Yeah, it's a retaining wall. There might be a little bit of water ponding here when it rains a lot. See how there's staining here?
Yeah.
But it looks like the water, it looks like it slopes away from the house well. That's probably the only note I would put. There's no drain there for the water to drain out. I guess they weren't thinking about that when they put it in. And the other thing that's interesting though is that, see on this side of the house, I wonder if there's a drain somewhere in these bushes, like between this AC system and that sidewalk, if there's some kind of surface drain. Well, that's about it for the outside. We will go to the interior later. See you on the inside.